What's up, brothers and sisters? Today I want to share with you the idea of the dreamer's mind. So I believe that all of us have a dream. Maybe it was a dream that we had when we were a kid, that we wanted to be a professional athlete, or we wanted to be a doctor, or we wanted to be a lawyer. And as we grow and become older, people start telling us that can't happen, or we start believing that that can't happen. What I've learned in life is those dreams are there for a reason. And maybe that dream won't manifest the way we dreamt as a kid, but it's there. It exists, and it exists for a purpose. And that purpose, the reason you have that dream is because we need your dream. We need you to work really hard in making that dream manifest in the world. Humanity needs your dream. I've come to believe that the greatest responsibility we have as individuals is to take those dreams that we have inside of our hearts and our minds and to bring them to life. And I believe that when we don't focus on that, when we allow all the other distractions, all the other voices to sidetrack us, we're actually missing living at our highest level of existence. So really, what is your reason for living? It's to make those dreams come true. Because I know you have a dream. And I know, maybe like me, we've spent so much time settling. Maybe you, like me, have listened to the voices that told us we can't. Maybe you, like me, have listened to the voices that told us that makes no sense, or you should be doing something normal like everyone else. The problem is someone else's normal isn't my normal, because my normal is making that dream come to life. So today I want to give you 3 things you can do. If you're really struggling with how to make that dream come to life, if you're struggling with carrying that dream inside of you, and I've had so many people over the years tell me things like, I wished I would write a book, or I wished I would have gone to cooking school, or I wish I would have gone to nursing school, or I wish I would have started that business. If you're that person saying, I wished I would have, number one, age is nothing but a number. No matter how young or old you are or think you are, you can always work on your dream. Remember that. So I want to give you 3 things that you can do that will help begin bringing this dream to life. Are you ready? Number 1 is this. Surround yourself with people who tell you you can rather than you can't. Surround yourself with people who tell you you can rather than you can't. I remember being a young adult, a young dreamer, someone who I've had a dream since I was 10 years old, and I've known that specifically, and it's still a passion that burns in me 30-something years later. But I remember growing into young adulthood and people telling me, well, that's just a childlike dream. That's just something that may not really be meant for your adulthood. They're liars. And yes, I say that boldly. They may be lying out of ignorance, but it's a lie. It's a myth to say that those childhood dreams aren't meant to come true, because actually it's in the innocence of childhood that we learn to view the world at its deepest level. I want to say that again. It's in the innocence of childhood that we learn to view the world at its most deep level. We get it when we're children because of our innocence, because we haven't allowed outside influences to change us. So if at any point in time your dream is real, it's when you're a child. Don't believe those myths that your childhood dreams are wrong, because they're not. In fact, they may be the most right things about us. So surround yourself with people that say you can. If you need to move to a different city to set that dream on fire, then go. Figure it out. Logistics often just work themselves out. If you need to quit your job and start a new job to make that dream start unfolding, then do it. Don't stop. If you need to go back to school, if you need to engage in other business owners, if you need to go put a business plan together and go to your banker and propose that plan, whatever you have to do, surround yourself with the people that say yes rather than no. The only normal that exists is the normal within you. And anyone that measures you to their normal is the person you don't need. You need people that say, yes, you can do it, and I believe in you. Number 2, the first one was surround yourself with people that will support you, that will say yes. And the second thing is set yourself up in a world of positivity. Find someone or a few people that you can bounce ideas off of. And rather than telling you no, you're going to set yourself up in a world of positivity so that they may ask questions. Like, okay, what will you do here? What will you happen if this takes place? What will happen if this takes place? What will you decide if that doesn't work out? Like, they'll kind of help you get your priorities in order, not to hold you back, but to empower you to move forward. I have multiple friends that we talk on multiple occasions, and they'll maybe call, or I'll call them and say, hey, I have this idea, I have this passion, I have this dream. What do you think about it? And these special friends never say that's too crazy of an idea. In fact, oftentimes they'll tell me it's not crazy enough. That's the positivity you need. Not the people that say you can't. You need the people that not only tell you you can, but help you discover and figure out the how. Surround yourself with a world of positivity. And number 3, brothers and sisters, just go. Just do something. I've learned that there are 2 types of people in life. The ones that stand still and let life pass them by, and the ones that actually get into the grittiness of life and they get their hands dirty and they make mistakes and they try all kinds of crazy things that they tell people about and they're like, what? But they have a good story to tell, right? They get done with the crazy thing, like traveling halfway around the world, and they come back and they're the ones with the pictures to show. Not the person who goes home at 5 o'clock at night and does nothing else until 8 o'clock the next morning. No. They don't have a story to tell. It's the crazy people of us that have a story to tell. It's the ones that are willing to risk it all. It's the ones that are willing to radically change their life, to follow their heart's desire. It's the ones that say, this group of friends doesn't fit where I am, and so I'm changing that. And that group of friends that didn't fit is probably going to still be there in 20 years. But it's the new group of friends, the world of positivity, the world that said you can. They're the ones that are not going to be in the same place in 20 years, I can promise, because they're growing and they're moving on and they're maturing and they're making things happen. So will you be the one that lets life pass you by? Will you be the one that in 25 years still has the same dream that you did today? Or will you be the one that in 25 years can look back and go, yeah, I've got a story to tell? Are you ready to listen?